I'm live. Okay, I'm in small town America. It's a little chilly, and maybe I thought I would talk about this, the precautions, because I did go to the doctor today, and what I saw compared to where I live. Because right now I have decided to go home a different way, a little bit of a different way. I don't know if anybody's going to join us because there's a lot of stuff on. There's a lot of stuff on. But I'm driving home and see I'm in this little area, a little town, and look, the restaurant says open. But I have a feeling that they might just be making food for people to come and get. Okay. And I left my little rural home today and drove my hour and a half because I had to go to this appointment. So I wore this, and I have gloves. I have spray in my truck. I have a mask, and then I have a bunch of other masks that this gal friend of mine had. They're the ones that tie up, but I sprayed this one, so I know there's only a couple of people watching, but I'm glad you joined me. What the hell? It was really interesting. So I get in there, and I'm in my truck, and I'm sorry my face itches, but I mean I'm sprayed. I'm done. So you get in there, and you put everything on. And actually, what was really interesting was going in there, and the woman that meets you there, she took my temperature on my head. So it was pretty interesting. My temperature is always like a 97.7. So she was dressed and she had her full thing on. Then they had tape in the office. So they had tape where you could not go over the tape any farther than a certain amount of distance from the desk. Everything was really well done, I thought. I went up because I absolutely had to. They're not taking just regular appointments, whatever. But I was impressed by the fact that when you got in, you did have your temperature taken. You were asked I was asked a whole cadre of questions, and it was good. I felt comfortable because when I left, my husband did not want me to go. He was literally kind of freaking out, like, "Oh, you're going to bring home something," and that's I mean, I think he had this thing in his mind that I was going to walk into this office teeming with germy people, and really, there was not that many people in there. There really weren't that many people in there, so. I just thought it was interesting. And then I took a different way home. So I've been driving I was up in the city part. And the city part, which is Buffalo, it was busy, but not on the main roads where usually, at the time I was up there, usually from where I was, hey Jean, hi Jean, but where I was, thanks for joining me, it took literally 3 minutes to zip on through, whereas usually it's about a 20 to 30 minute sit in traffic. I hate coming up there. I hate being anywhere that is city, that's not rural. But so that's what I noticed on the roads, and it's pretty quiet here. But you see, in small town America like this, small town America, where you see things like this, U.S. Army and all. It's pretty quiet, but it's usually pretty quiet here in these kinds of towns anyway. And let me show you where you can see the mountains up there. And another really nice thing today, being in the city, was that I didn't see the what do we call them? I'm going to see if I can let that sit and just talk. I'll stand like this because my back is killing me. I didn't see the cap trails. Did not see cap trails, and I was right by the airport, and it was surprisingly very quiet. So this is my reporting. Small town America, went up to the city of Buffalo, went in, I saw what the protocols were of this place, and Osama says heat may help with the virus if you suspect contact. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, or have sinus or throat irritation, inhale steam from a pot. I put a towel over my head. Yes, I look ridiculous. I use it for, okay, eucalyptus. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I got to stand like this because really I can't stand up straight, so I'm holding on. So, in my state, New York, because I'm 7 hours from the city. So actually, I'm 7 hours from where all of the, oh yeah, hat tip to Beckwith. Yeah, he was on Chris's today. I was listening in the car. What am I, about 7 hours from New York City, right? Right. We all need saunas. And up here, it's a whole different world. It's just a whole different world. But Buffalo, I've not seen it like that. Even in the biggest snowstorms we've had. Hi, Vanessa Kitty. She's 125 miles from downtown Manhattan. Okay. Well, I've not seen Buffalo like this. I really was kind of shocked. A couple of the fast food places were open. I brought my own coffee with me, and I brought my own juice and all. So I didn't, not juice, my water with my antioxidant electrolyte water. but I was actually very impressed. And I did notice people out in the parks. Not a lot of people, not a lot of people. I did notice people driving in their vehicles with masks on in their vehicles, which I did not do. I have spray in the truck and the hand sanitizer, but I don't go anywhere. So that's why it was specifically very interesting for me today to observe the behaviors that I saw, both on the way to the doctor's appointment, at the building itself, what their protocols were, the safety gear that the gal was wearing when I walked in, and she had everything on. She had her hair covered. I kept my hair covered basically the whole time. And when I go home, I'll probably, although I didn't come in contact with anyone but being at that health facility, I'll probably take my clothes off. I put my bathrobe in the basement, and I'll probably wash them because my husband's nervous. Even though he worked in the school, he didn't want me to go, and I had to come to this today. And he was nervous, and he's never acted like that before, which I thought was very interesting. He's been out every day out in the woods, cutting wood, cutting trees. He's been with his brother, but he's not anywhere since they closed the school he works in, and they disinfected all the rooms, and I should remove my clothes and wash them. Yes, I'm going to when I get home, in the basement, and spray, And I have no plans to go anywhere. Again, we have enough, we certainly have enough food, my God. I made a big pot of vegetable soup, and I have everything that, I still have so much stuff in the freezers, and I have some canned stuff from last, where am I? Hi, Marta DeRome, where am I? I'm not exactly sure. I took a different way home that I don't usually take. Maybe Warsaw, New York? I don't even know what town I'm in. Oh my gosh, Hillsdale? I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what town I'm in, literally. I just thought it would be kind of cool just to take a different route because there was no traffic. I made good time. And it was just, it was all right. It was all right. I was, unfortunately, hey, buddy, CB, I was listening to our wonderful President of the United States in the vehicle. On my YouTube, I can listen through the speakers. And, when I'm driving and I listen Marta says, I didn't go to Buffalo and not eat Duff's chicken wings. Sweetheart, they were closed. And I've been I lived in Buffalo for 24 years, or I lived on the lake, so it's not anything new to me. But anyway, listening to the president in the car is kind of like one of the worst things you can do, because I'm screaming, I'm like, he's so narcissistic. I've never witnessed such blatant narcissism, someone who pats themselves on the back constantly, and his administration, you'd think that he was giving out his own money. And I'm not even sure yet of the stimulus package and the truth that if he may have told, because I certainly didn't read it. I haven't read it, and of course, all the pundits, all of us with channels are probably out there chomping at the bit. TYT, the Rational National, all of them are probably out there wanting to dissect this package, because, of course, the working stiff. What's the working stiff going to get? Like my husband, who's now laid off for however long. Marta Jerome says, I got my physical therapy degree at Damon. Oh, cool. So you know the city. You know that area. I worked 20 years at SUNY in Buffalo. So, I mean, I understand it. Jean says, I can see how he can con people. If you didn't listen to real news, you'd believe him. Oh my gosh. It's opposite world listening to this guy. And, he's not talking. It's all about the money. It starts about the money, how they're going to do the money, how they're going to give out the money, how great he is. But the only time I heard him say anything, okay, he did say one thing, a reporter asked him, and he said he doesn't want to lose any lives. Well, we've lost lives already. And then he goes back to his self-congratulating and, of course, mentioning how it came from China. Now, interestingly enough, there was a reporter that asked a question about him going to the G20 and or doing the G20, and it gave him the opportunity to completely put down our allies. Again, Europe. Put them down. They don't want to take our stuff. They don't want to take our stuff. They don't want to take our medical equipment because supposedly they have rules. Yet, we didn't take the World Health Organization tests. We didn't even give them to the FDA to go through. Nothing, He exaggerates, and that's pretty scary. And so people say, okay, we want Bernie Sanders. You're in the United States. What are they going to make us? They're going to make us swallow a Biden. But boy, when I listen to Trump, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know if I can live through another 4 years, 5 years of this when my life is tanking as it is right now. Really. And not physically, though. It's just tanking financially, and it's taking me time to get used to a whole different kind of life, because honestly, it's going to affect this channel possibly, and I'm not whining for money. I'm not going to monetize the channel. I took the poll, and I don't know. I'm just so not comfortable with being that person. I'll figure it out. Lost a lot of income, and pretty much, I don't know if I'm ever going to get it back. Anyway, so I'll make it quick. I was impressed with the protocols where I went. I was kind of happy to see no cap trails from the airport. I liked the traffic being lower. Darlene says waiters and waitresses can't pay rent or eat right now. Well, according to this stimulus package, there's going to be full unemployment, but we have to make sure that those people, because they don't make the kind of money, but they have to declare their tips. So what I'm hoping is that somebody that has more of the opportunity to dissect, that does that for their show, to dissect this stimulus package, and will tell us more about it so that we can actually know what's going on. Honestly, I don't think it's the kind of thing I want to read at the moment, although I'm interested in it. It's chilly. I'm interested in it, but there are those. I know CB says it's not done yet. No, I guess it's not done yet. I mean that Mnuchin was saying how they want to get it. They want to get it signed tonight, but I wish they would not let Trump out. I honestly wish that they would just leave it to Dr. Fauci and Birx and maybe the Surgeon General. But I find Birx to be such an ass kisser to Donald Trump. I just do. That's it. Precautions, gloves, me. I know, Jean, she says Trump and Biden neither should be let out. I hear you. But truthfully, when I listen to Trump, and every single time I listen to him, I'm terrified. I did listen to the Intercept today. Jeremy Scahill did a live stream. Interesting. It was pretty good. If you can go back and listen to it, I liked it. They made good points. They are thinking rationally about the next steps for our country. I think we're on the precipice of wanting to avoid a full-out fascist state. I agree with Jeremy Scahill there. We just have to figure out how to do it. The Ayanna Pressley way, the Ilhan Omar way, the Justice Democrat way. You know, there's a lot to think about. And don't know where I am. I did not wander into Canada. No, I think I'm in Warsaw. I don't know. I have to go to this Route 20. I think I'm in, it's called Warsaw, New York. It might be Warsaw, New York. It's just that I just took a different way, you know. I took a different way because it gets boring to take the same old way. All right, so how long have I been on? 16 minutes. And it's still light out, which is really nice. But it is pretty, you know, you can see the trees and the clouds, and they're puffy, and they're not striped from the airport. So I do like that. I do like that. All right, guys, so there we go. My trip to Precaution Land and Glove Land and Mask Land and Temperature Land. And I think I won't be suffering any more. She has the same jacket and hoodie. Well, thank you, Robin. It's one of those that you can wrap up. Actually, I have the hoodie on. Okay, you like my taste? It doesn't matter. I don't go anywhere. Who the hell sees me? I dress up for a live stream. I go from the bedroom. I've said this before, with pajama bottoms on, and from the bedroom to my home office to do a live stream. All right, so I am going to take off, and hopefully, I can't tell you when we'll do our show. If we'll do it on Friday or Saturday, we might have a surprise guest. And I hope you guys liked last night. It was long. We have to shorten the shows. Darlene, 75 there. Okay, well, it was like 50 here, but I was cold, my ears were getting cold, so I'm going to go home. Thank you for coming, and stay safe. Take precautions. Don't do anything stupid. I mean, it's so easy to do things stupidly. In fact, I just have to mention this one thing. Come over to Twitter. I see the picture of the kid. I think it was the BBC. One of the British papers showed the kid that was licking the toilet bowl is now in the hospital, taking a hospital bed with COVID. Now, that's a really big moron. And isn't that a waste of a hospital bed? The kid took a picture of himself licking a toilet bowl and is now in the hospital. So, hi, Cindy Seeley. At that, I will end. You got to go to the doctor. Check out the picture I put under my community page. I was pretty well covered up. And I'm not worried because really, I didn't see anybody except the doctor. All right, that where I was, and there was like 3 people there, and they took wonderful precautions. So everybody, peace. I love you all. And I think Natural Progressive tonight. Stephen Davidson. Yes, I'm going to wash all my clothes. I said that before. I have a robe in the basement. I'm going to take them all off. I'm clean them. Okay. Now I got to remember how to turn this off. All right, guys. Will you look at the small town and the clouds? We're going to get some rain.